12 hours in Chengdu starts now, and it would be a crime if we didn't begin our day here. Look at him scranning his breakfast, what a bloke. This first chap is Ying Ying, 16 years old, he's getting on a bit, and he's almost got the same birthday as me. So it's now 8 in the morning. You've got to come here first thing while they're still slightly active before they just give up again for the rest of the day. This is the centre of the world for giant pandas. This is where they're native to. This is the biggest breeding base in the world. This started as 6 pandas that were rescued in 1987, and now there are more than 150 of them. Although you're not going to find that many, they are very tricky to spot. Pandas do 3 things really well: sleeping, eating and flopping about. And they are incredibly antisocial, so a lot of the time they're just hiding about as far away as possible in the bushes or up in the trees. You do actually get pretty close to them. That one's got to be 12, 15 feet away, something like that. That is one fed up panda. I'm not even that convinced they actually exist. There is no way an animal so docile and uninterested has survived this long. They just look like people in suits playing a prank on everyone. Have you ever seen another animal so unbothered by general existence? They want to wake up, eat bamboo, sleep. No goals, no ambitions, just chilling. Anyway, being here doing this, panda spotting, is the #1 thing to do in Chengdu. There is nowhere else in the world you can see so many of these so close to their natural habitat. It does get a bit hectic here with the crowds, by the way. It's like Disneyland almost. There is a lot of love for the panda. People go mad for them. Anyway, that'll do for the pandas for today. Been here for a few hours already. 2 things: get here early, budget a lot of time. Back in the source. We're here at Tianfu Square, slap bang in the middle of Chengdu. It's pretty much just a giant open area right in the centre. Seems like a pretty good starting point for us today. I think you'll agree it's already completely different to where we've been so far, and even the weather's different. It's like hazy. It's a very moody day in Chengdu. So it's now 11:30, and before we jump on a metro and rampage around the city, I think it's time for something to eat. In the centre of Tianfu Square, there's this big food court downstairs. Let's go have a look in here. There are a lot of options here, very heavy on the hot pot because that is the local dish, but this is what we're after. This, I think, is kind of a cream puff. It's like some sandwich thing she chopped open, chuck some ice cream in, chuck some nuts on top, put the lid back on, job done. Okay, so it's actually more of like a really fat cookie, hollowed out with ice cream in the middle. Don't know what it's called, but it's a good one. It's a good one. All right, let's stop messing about. It's already midday. Got a whole city to see. We're off on the metro, chaps. Something worth noting is how massive Chengdu's metro system is. There are 13 different lines, as you can see on this map in the metro, but it's dead easy to use. And we are catapulted back into the mayhem. This area is the infamous Quanzai alleyways area. It is a bloody racket. These are some alleyways built in the Qing dynasty, which, if you can filter through the chaos, has some pretty cool looking buildings. This is allegedly a good spot to experience the old style Chengdu. Not quite the same as the ancient towns we've been to so far. It's also a good place to try the scran, so we're gonna find something. There are some pretty gnarly foods in these food courts. I don't know what most of this stuff is. Is that a giant fried spring onion or something? I don't even know what that is. So I've come out with a stick of what I believe is beef. I am also warned that the Sichuan cuisine is the spiciest in the universe, so this might blow my head off. It's pretty good. It's not that bad spice-wise. It's got a bit of zing to it, but it's nothing mental. And I do believe it is beef. It does taste like beef. It's pretty good, that. It's pretty good. When your eardrums adjust, It is actually a pretty cool street, this. There's loads of food on offer, loads of shops for souvenirs. Everything is panda related, obviously. I'm actually a really big fan of this beef, by the way. I think it's the first beef I've had this whole trip, actually. Chengdu is defo the busiest place I've been so far in China, but there are something like 16 million people living here, and that population has doubled since 2010, by the way. It's now the 5th biggest city in China. Even the puddings are all panda themed. What on earth is going on here then? And I've just noticed that's all happening in front of a Starbucks of all places. Can I try one? The texture's like jelly and rice. I'm not sure about that. I'm not going to be buying that, whatever that is. We've officially lost the plot. What on earth is going on here? Is it selling rabbit meat? Is that what it's trying to advertise? I don't know what's happening there, chaps. It's an incredibly quirky place, I'll give it that. What do you reckon is down here in this dungeon looking thing? Should we give it a go? Let's give it a go. So in all the chaos of music, robotic chefs, waterfalls, underground panda dungeons, spicy beef, everything, you can even get your ears done. Just in case you couldn't quite hear the racket clearly enough. Can anyone enlighten me as to what these golden people with black faces are? They're kind of everywhere and they're a little bit creepy. It's difficult to kind of appreciate all the old goodness of the place because it's just chaos everywhere. It's so distracting. I found someone making sandapao, something you've got to see how this is made. Sandapao translates roughly to 3 cannonballs, well, because of this technique. They make little balls of sticky rice paste, bounce them off the plate, and then it lands in this basket of, it's like a bean flour, like ground sesame as well, and it coats them, and then you get served 3. They're coated in this like sugary syrup, topped with more sesame, and then you're good to go. Let's give this a go then. It is seriously stodgy. It's a ball of sticky rice covered in flour and then just some sugary sauce on it. It's very sticky. It's been fun Kwanzai alleyways, but an hour or 2 down that kind of area is enough to send anyone mental. Oh, that is an intense experience. It's incredible how different a place can feel. I'm only 1 province over. I'm in the Sichuan province. Weather-wise, culture-wise, the sheer population of the place, everything, it just feels like a totally different country. Here's a fact for you. I've just done some maths. If you add together all of the people in the 17 most populous cities in the UK, you still don't have as many people as Chengdu. 17 UK cities, 1 in China. Anyway, trying to escape all that and just breathe for a second. This is People's Park. I'm not sure what these are, but they might be marriage certificates. There's a lot of them. I thought I was coming here for a bit of peace and quiet. Apparently not. Chengdu is mental everywhere. I need caffeine or a beer or both. if we're going to continue with this one. Just a reminder, by the way, that this is 3:30 in the afternoon of a weekday. It's not a weekend or a holiday or anything like that. And breathe. By the way, Chengdu is good fun. I'm having a good time, but it is more intense than I've gotten used to in other places in China so far, so keep that in mind. And places like this park, they're always good to add to a city visit. One, as a bit of a break from the madness, and also you get to people watch and see what everyone gets up to in normal day-to-day life, whether they're playing games, chilling, or, I mean, there's even a performance over here. Onwards. This is Wenshu Monastery, the largest, oldest and best preserved Buddhist monastery in the whole city. This isn't actually really a tourist area, this is still an active place of worship. As you can see with the people praying and circling the pagoda, this by the way is the 1000 Buddha pagoda, the largest iron pagoda in all of China. It does attract some tourists and a lot of local worshippers as well, because as you can see it is totally different to where we were not long ago. This is really close by, but a completely different vibe. So quiet, so relaxing. So what do you reckon's more interesting? A centuries old Buddhist temple or a cat? Yeah, it's the cat. And here is the main event, the Wenshu Pavilion, known locally as the Manjushri Pavilion, because that's the name of the Bodhisattva of wisdom that this place was renamed to commemorate. What on earth is a rooster doing here? Look at him waltzing about. That's pretty good. It's like a coconut jelly type thing. Yeah, that's good. When you step back outside, there's a whole strip of, I guess, souvenir type stalls. Picked up whatever this is. It was translated on the thing as sugar oil fruit, 5 yen. It's pretty tough. It's like a ball of dough soaked in sugar. It's a little bit like a donut, like a beach donut, but in spherical form. All in all, not too bad. 7 out of 10. This is one hell of a zebra crossing. Give me strength. Hell, what have I gotten myself in for here? Ended up down another one of these ancient pedestrian street type deals. This one is Jinli Street. That was remarkable. It tastes like a block of cheesecake. I decided to go and buy some of that cube stuff that I had, that cheesecake stuff. Went in, that shop is madness by the way, is what it looks like. I wanted a couple of cubes and they weighed it, went to charge me and then just gave me it and said no money. So got a couple of these bad boys. And it is extremely good by the way. Maybe it's more like a nougat than a cheesecake. It's like a, I don't know, coconut, a biscuit and some squidgy stuff. A lot of testing things being given out. Just been given this thing. I have no idea what that is. I can't even put a flavour on it. This street has a whole dedicated ear section to it. There's loads of people getting their ears done. Whatever it is they do to them, it's happening over there. There's a fake post box and telephone box, but look at the attention to detail. Even got the pickup times. I don't know what 17 noon is, but apart from that, it even has Royal Mail on it. Yep, big fan of Jinli. At the beginning there, I thought we were going for round 2, but I like this one. This one's good. I think this bobblehead shop does requests. This guy's getting his picture made into his own little figure. Everyone just keeps giving you little tester things. It's just a Rice Krispie cake. It's brilliant. There are some really cool crafty things going on. This guy scissor cuts silhouettes while you sit and wait. It's £3 and he moves quick. And he goes full detail on things like hair. What a cool thing. There's another one here. These things are ace. And this guy's just finished sketching these people in about 2 minutes. Other things you can buy here. Traditional clothing, pandas, a variety of juices, jewellery, undefined meat contraption, fruit balls and pandas, some very spicy looking meat. You can also buy the Terminator, some Chinese cigars, some tunes, whatever's in this pan, or even some more pandas. Oh god, there's another one of these things. Can I try one? Oh, that is phenomenal. If that's what duck tastes like, I'm all in. Get me some more duck. And there is loads and loads more. This place is massive. If you're not careful, you'll be stuck here for a few hours. But it would be a phenomenal spot for souvenir buying, I'll tell you that. This then is the bougie part of Chengdu, the big shiny modern part. This is Chunxi Road, and just in case there wasn't enough panda action for one day, here's a big one trying to climb into one of the buildings. This whole area is basically a bunch of fancy shopping centres, all the luxury brands and stuff, but there's also loads and loads of food places, and that is my current #1 goal. Found this spot advertising Old Chengdu special braised pork noodles. What a gem this was. It does start off presented quite nicely, but then you're told to mash it all up. There's this pork, there's sweet corn, there's loads of goodness in here, and as you can tell, the pork was stunning. I did ask for a little bit of spice because that's what this area is known for. All in all, it was absolutely remarkable. 18 Chinese yuan, less than £2 English. Old Chengdu special braised pork noodles. The best thing I've eaten in China so far. They cost me 18 yen, so that with the Coke, 24 yen. £2.50 for a meal that good is a steal. Nighttime is just something that Asia does best, and now I know China is included in it. Everything's lit up, everything's colourful, even the trees are all decorated. It makes everything look like Christmas. It's brilliant. If you're into all this kind of bougie shopping experience, I believe this is actually the second best in mainland China, only after Nanjing Road in Shanghai if you've been there. How about that? Oh, they're back again. So, just coming up to 12 hours in Chengdu. We've actually got 3 minutes to spare. A pretty fun city. All in all, there's loads of different things to do. It's been a pretty diverse day. And, you know, it got a bit touch and go in the middle when I thought my head was going to explode down the alleyway. But it came back strong. I've had a pretty good run at it today. It's by no means a comprehensive tour or list of things to do in Chengdu. There's loads more than that, but hopefully it served as a decent introduction. And I've had a blast. Cheers, chaps. See you in a bit.